Hello, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, wonderful people. I am here once more today to continue with the Biafra matter. We will continue to talk about Biafra until Biafra comes on the 2nd of December 2024. My fellow Biafrans, join me from wherever you are watching. Biafra is my religion, and I must preach Biafra. By the special grace of God, I will continue to preach Biafra on daily basis until Biafra comes. Join me, my people, wherever you are watching from, so that we will hold another interactive session. There are many things to talk about, my people. Join me, join me. Today is the 24th of July, 2024, the year that our Biafra will be declared and restored finally once and for all. My fellow Biafrans, we are wonderful people. We have been delayed for far too long, and time for us to take the bull. Before I continue, I have to pray and thank God for another wonderful day. Almighty God, merciful Father, I will forever glorify you for making me a Biafran. I thank you so much, Lord, for fellow Biafrans, especially our leader, Mse'S Kanu. Father, Lord, in your infinite mercy and kindness, release our leader. I know you are more powerful and stronger than all the people holding him, and I also know that what you cannot do does not exist. Lord, in your infinite mercy and kindness, extend your protection to our Prime Minister, Mse'S, the good guy. Please, Lord, we commit him into your holy hands and all Biafrans all over the world. He said, fellow Biafrans, our PM held an emergency space broadcast, and during that space, he made mention of something relating to how Biafra will come, and I have come to discuss it further. You know, I always play either his voice or the leader as my jingle. Really made song for our Prime Minister, which I will play now. I'll play it so that it will keep reminding us of the good work that our Prime Minister is doing. Because when Onyendu was abducted, the whole idea was to end Biafra from being mentioned anywhere, all part of the world. But being that what we are doing, the hand of God is there. He gave us our PM, Mazi Simon Ekpa, to be there. Welcome, welcome, my sister Chinyere Ndewo. Dalo, Dalo, thank you for joining. God bless you. Wonderful Biafran sister. Adopted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the intention was to end Biafra. But unfortunately for our assailants and our oppressors, God kept our PM for us. So, my people, we must always show our PM appreciation for what he has been doing for us and what he is still ready to do for us. He is achieving a lot for us. Yes, my sister Chinyere, is hashtag Biafra Mass Exodus 2024. Exactly. We are moving in mass. The voting is still ongoing in Biafra land, irrespective of the fact that the Zoo Nation is still bombing them and have been invading our home. Barrels of gun cannot stop Biafra. It cannot. Making our people hungry cannot. Bulldozing our houses cannot, and burning our cannot stop Biafra from coming. It is this time or never. Nigeria have made their march in our PM, and their march they have met in Mazi Simon Ekpa. I call my PM the antidote of Nigeria. You all know what antidote means. Something that can counter anything at any time by any means. Our PM is the real antidote of Nigeria. Their real match. So my people, as a disclaimer, this is one of the Breji platforms where we bring you authentic information. As one of the Breji media teams, we do not preach hate. We do not preach violence because we are not violent people. Biafrans are very liberal-minded people. So wherever you are, join me. It is an interactive session. You can ask your question. If it is something I know, I will give you the answer. If it is something I don't know, I will make a reference to you, where you will get an authentic response and correct answer. We Biafrans, we are very proud people. We are freedom fighters with a lot of swag, and we owe nobody any explanation. That is the way God has made us. Ours will not be different. Biafra must come. So my people, let me play the music for our PM.
Simon Ekpa stand in charge. Good guy fighting for us all. Biafra nation you defend. With love and spirit you won't bend. From Ghana to Nigeria we all start. Thank you, Simon Ekpa, we adore. With you leading we soar. Simon Ekpa, the good guy. Raise our flags, I touch the sky. Biafra loving every beat. With spirit we beat. He fight with passion very strong. To you our love will always belong. Ghana joins in singing praise. Your name in cheers we all raise. With passion very strong. To you our love will always belong. Ghana in praise. Your name is we all raise. In brightest day or darkest night, Simon, you are guiding light. Together we'll find out with your spirit here to stay. Simon Ekpa by our side. No matter what it takes, we'll strive. With you our the good kind. Raise your flags high, touch the sky. Down for love in every beat. With your spirit, like with passion very strong. To you our love will always belong. God of choice and singing praise. Your name in cheers we all raise. You fight with passion very strong. To you our love will always belong. God of choice and singing praise. Your name in cheers we all raise. You fight with passion very strong. To you our love will always belong. God of joy and singing praise. We all raise. In brightest day, Simon, you are guiding light. Together we'll find our way. With your spirit here to stay. Your first heart, it beats with pride. Simon and by our side. No mixed will ship. Heart, it beats with pride. Simon and by our side. When you just comes alive.
Thank you, my people. Let's listen to our Onyendu.
Before the zoo came into existence, before Nigeria, something was amalgamated. What was that thing that was amalgamated? They have amalgamated. They must tell us what those things were before they amalgamated them. Why we should not de-amalgamate. So the country was not organically made. People didn't come together and say, "Oh, we just want to be Nigerian." They committed a crime of amalgamation. What did you amalgamate, and why did you amalgamate it? Because our Fulani was so poor. It was written there. The reason why we are amalgamating is because the northerners are poor. They had nothing, so that the south can feed them. And we not feed them to
Thank you, my people. Yes, before the amalgamation, what was our name? Who were we before the amalgamation took place? The amalgamation took place in 1914. This year, 2024, is exactly 114 years. They said after 100 years. Hello, Anthony. Thank you for joining. Thank you, my brother. My people, remember to click the like button and share the message so that it goes viral to other Biafrans. So this amalgamation that our Onyendu talked about now in his wonderful words, it took place because Lord Lugard came to Nigeria, or came to the zoo, and saw that we have Biafra, we have Oduduwa, we have Arewa. He decided to amalgamate, saying that the Southerners are rich in resources, rich in everything that will support the Northerners. Hello, my brother Owen. He said, Mama, you are too much. Thank you so much for your good job. Biafra are watching. Love you all. Hashtag Biafra Mass Exodus. Thank you. You know, they are all together. When you are writing it, they must be close, and M, B, and M and E should be in capital letter. So for next time, if you look at Chinyere's own here, you will see how it is. Because this one you made now is like 3 different words. It's just one word. Thank you so much. At least you remembered. My fellow Biafrans, I just played a sound, a music made by one of us for our PM and played our Onyendu's voice. Onyendu was talking about the amalgamation that is bringing a very dangerous diversity. My people, before the amalgamation, we were Biafrans. They say, let us amalgamate so that the northerners who have nothing in the north, only groundnut were they producing then. Since then, we have been carrying these people on our head like gala. We have been carrying them, but the only way these marauders that came from Sahel, the only way they can thank us and appreciate us is by now going to our homeland with their helicopters. Unfortunately, in the zoo, Sadwana of Sokoto made them to hate us. They hated us so much, but they can't do without us. You don't like somebody, you don't want that person to go. What sort of human being are you? And these are people that came from somewhere and became like a thorn on our flesh. So we Biafrans must always have it at the back of our mind that we fall in parallel line with these people. We can never meet. We have nothing in common with the zoo. Somebody that doesn't love you, the only thing they do is to pick the criminal ones in our midst, the politicians, the evil politicians in our midst. Of one of our brothers from Canada, I will play that video for you people to hear what he was saying about the politicians. The politicians are the cancer that is eating deep in that country. Very, very inhuman. They are the ones fighting for our oil and gas. They are now in Imo State with their tanks, armored cars, and their triggers, pulling it on our people. Even Sahara Reporter carried it today. What they are doing to us for welcoming them and feeding them since the amalgamation took place. And our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, said that we have to de-amalgamate. We are no longer one with the zoo. Somebody does not love you. He is not part of you. He is from a foreign country, imposing himself on you. And he doesn't want to let you go. We must go. The voting is going massively on in Biafra land. My people, the voting is now on a high level. So my people, I will read out for you. If you look at the title of this program, our PM had a meeting with the top Senate Braun, Mike Braun, an American. Let me read out what he said that they discussed, maybe a brief part of their discussion. He says, Yesterday, I had a virtual meeting organized by Biafra government lobbyists. You all know that we now have two American lobbyists, Mr. Jim Moran and Elias, an ex-congressman who is now lobbying for Biafra to be recognized by America and so many other countries. Yeah, Owen, you've got it right. Wonderful. Thank you so much. You are a true Biafran. You know, in Biafra land, we take correction. If you correct a zoo person, he will go and look for bomb to throw at you. But when you take correction, you develop more and more. That's why they are jealous of Biafrans. Anything we do, they try to copy us. They can't. You cannot give what you don't have. They have no knowledge, not at all. It can never come to them. And one man said that if you are ignorant of what you're supposed to do or what you're supposed to know, you don't blame it on anyone. So knowledge can never bow to ignorance. We don't have time for them. We are on our way. And to be honest with you, we are worth fighting for. Nigeria is fighting very hard to keep us because we are very precious human beings. Very wonderful, but enough is enough. We've had enough of them. So our PM wrote here, this is it on his Twitter handle. That's his picture there on top. So let me read it out for you. He said, yesterday I had a virtual meeting organized by Braun lobbyists with the Office of Senate Braun, US. Senator Mike Braun, a long-standing critic of Nigeria terrorist state, who has worked to highlight the plight of Nigeria's Christians. We had a fruitful discussion with the senator's team about the accomplishment of the Braun issues pertaining to the Nigeria government and regional dynamics. We have been informed by the US official that we have to meet thus far that the Braun is the very first organization to be rising from Biafra issue at a high level with the US government. This demonstrates the historic nature of our lobbying efforts. We look forward to continued engagement with the US Congress and other influential stakeholders. My people, our PM said that during this very discussion that Senator Michael Braun suggested about encouraging the zoo for, what is it called again? For the one they called restructure. But you all know that Ojukwu and Gowon went to Aburi in Ghana in 1967. But Gowon, that conference includes regional government. But they said no. Because when that restructure takes place, it means that everything in your state is under your control. You will only pay tax to the central government. But Nigeria said no and started fighting Ojukwu. Ojukwu, Effiong, all of them, all the generals of Biafra, they declared Gowon declared war against us. And they fought very, very hard to keep Biafrans. But my people, as Onyendu said, that they will buy us and we will buy them. In the end, Biafra will come. Let me play you a video. Man was talking about the corruption of the Nigerian politics. If not for the way the zoo controlled by Fulani in the government, the way they have been using our so-called politicians in the zoo, Biafra would have come a long time before now. But Onyendu then, he will make one step forward. The politicians, with the help of Ejiofor, the barrister that kills his client, he will talk to the DOS. The DOS will talk to Onyendu. Onyendu will listen to them because Onyendu had nobody to work with. But you can see the speed with which our PM is moving right now because he has no DOS with him. So my people, from our PM's Twitter handle, I found this video. Let me play it for you people because we have a lot to discuss. These politicians, they remain our problem. They continues to be our problem. They continue to derail every we make. When we make one step forward, they will use the politicians to bring us back.
Dr. Zoe. This is a Monday morning in Canada. I normally don't start early on Mondays, but I just came to do a few things, and I got a call from someone from Nigeria, and I don't think Nigerian politicians will make heaven. I'm just telling you.
You know,
Nigerian
I
politicians,
think his voice is very low. He said he is talking from Canada. He's a doctor. He said that he does not think that Nigerian politicians will make heaven. They will not make heaven. Definitely. People like Udenene Rios and Mba of Enugu, Oluwole Mba, all of them, the Ohaneses, all the politicians, they will not make heaven at all. That's what the man is saying.
they will not make heaven. They cannot make heaven. That's why I just sometimes I say things just to leave my mind. And I wanted to have a week this week. You called me that I know your friend got into government and they gave you an appointment as a federal something. I don't really know. And you called this morning. Things are going okay, good for you. You said you want to buy another house in Canada because you saw my post last weekend with a real talk. So I should help you connect and get a house here again. According to you houses already, you just want to buy the fourth one for your 4 children because you want to settle and you don't know how this government, whether it will last or not, whether Baba Agustino and all that, and I was listening. He told me also that you just buy a car. I want to buy the fourth one, and I was listening. And I should help you to buy. Brother, you can't make heaven. I know. You know your kids are grown. I knew you way back from Nigeria. They're probably going to see this video too, and your wife too. You know what you got. I told you, I said to you that I think Nigeria is difficult now because the youths want to demonstrate end of this month. There's a lot of hardship. Gas, petrol is expensive, food is expensive. He said, always think Nigeria is bad, not as bad as we think. Over 100 million Nigerians have camera phone. Social media now. We see things are bad. We feel it. We have people. It's not diaspora thing, and you have the mind. This government don't deserve. You don't have the mind. You don't buy 3 houses, or you won't buy the 4th one because you're not sure how long Baba go day. I cannot. I don't see the pathway that you will make heaven. And you guys have to listen. Don't do what you're going to do, and the people. I know you're not Jagaban. You're not the president. I know that one, and you're not a governor. And they give you some federal post. You won't loot Nigeria dry. Young girls are doing prostitution. Oh yeah, where because of people like you. Make I tell you, that phone, let me cut her because I don't want you to call me again. I don't, so that when God go to send in punishment to you, he would not say that Dr. Zo overhead or that I connected you. If you want to Ariel Togo, Henry's on my page, can go to him directly. No, I won't give you any connect. I'm telling you, I don't want to deal with heartless. And like I say, I can't see a pathway through which you can make heaven. You cannot make heaven. Okay, you still the one that will do and your family. You guys will still the one that will do generations of, and the other people is swallow. That's wrong. I don't want to. As I said, this is Monday morning. I don't want to start the week. Don't call me again, please. I'm begging you. Money, I don't want to have anything to do with it because the prayer we people they pray for you for that country, my brother. Be better prayer. Be better. You guys have to think twice. And for the youth that are demonstrating, I'm with you guys in spirit. You guys should do protest. I'm saying it. But if I come back to Nigeria, they will hold me at the airport. Myself, I'm a Canadian. I get my Canadian ballet now. You will explain to Canada what happened to their Peking. I will say it. You guys will not make heaven, Nigerian politicians. You guys are too mean, too greedy. Chop small. Go and fix the country. Fit. They always diaspora people. They always think Nigeria is bad. They see and we see everything. Also, we go too.
My people, this is a Nigerian in Canada. He said he has a Canadian citizen. In case he returns to the zoo because of what he is saying, that the politicians will never make heaven. Hello, Chuka, thank you for joining. All hail Biafra. This man is sincerely talking about a politician who said he has 4 houses in Canada. That this man should have another house, that he has 4 children, that he wants to settle them, that he, the politician that has a position now with Tinubu, does not know when Baba will finish, whether he will have the opportunity to rule again or not. And for that reason, they have to milk the country. That he wants to buy a 4th house so that he will use it to settle 4 of his children. Whereas there are some children in the zoo that cannot even eat for 1 day, let alone 3 square meals. But he is busy siphoning money, using it to buy houses, one for his children in Canada. And the man said, even though your children are here in Canada, what do you need all this money for? And he also wants him to buy another expensive car and export to the zoo for him. And he said he cut the phone when he was discussing with him. He said the phone did not cut. I cut the phone. I don't want anything to do with you, because if I keep doing this criminal business with you or committing all this crime with you, God will punish you and punish me as well. He said he doesn't want to share out of his wrath, because they will surely pay. Look at all these governors. All of them, their children are all abroad, and our people are busy crying. So when our PM was on this space, somebody asked him, somebody said to him, why are you defending Peter Obi?
Not shield Peter Obi.
Yes. So when the person asked him, why are you shielding Peter Obi? Because they are trying to do protest in the zoo because of hunger. And the people arranging it, Showore is one of them. Let me play you the voice of our PM so that you will hear what our PM said. My people, while we dig deep into what is going on in the zoo, is that my people, trust me, our people are still there. If they are not alive, who do we go home to when Biafra comes? So we have to expose the zoo. You know, we have to expose them to the world so that the world will know what our people are going through. You know, the world will know what our people are going through.
Biafra. Today, we have given a very serious warning to the Biafrans about the Nigeria protest. We have absolutely nothing to do with the Nigeria protest. We are Biafrans, we don't validate Nigeria. But if any Biafran is victimized, we have assured them we will weaponize every person who cares to carry arms for self-defense. The weaponization of these protesters, any Biafran killed, we start from Lagos and weaponize every protesters that cares to carry arms for self-defense. And to those threatening Biafrans as Nigeria are planning to protest, we have nothing to do with it. But once a Biafran is killed in the name of Nigeria protesting and target people to be into this protest, we will do wonders. Every person who cares to carry arms for self-defense, the weaponization of this protesters.
Yes, he said he's tackling P2B. Let's play you, because while he was on the space, somebody asked him about P2B. Because we all know that when P2B was governor was when Masob was still there. And there was this speculation about dealing with the Masob. But look at what our PM said here.
P2B within us, our enemy. But we can't allow our Nigeria enemy, the criminals and the terrorists in Nigeria, to keep it for us. No. Even though we hate P2B, and P2B never supported Biafra, till today, does not mean that a madman should be outcasted. There is a saying in Igbo language that goes like this: Igbo nyara, imano mwanne.
Yes, my people, that's the correct word. Igbu onye ala, Emmanuel Nwanne. That's what our PM was saying.
From Lagos and Abuja. We will punish every protester yes to carry arms for self-defense. Arrest my case. This is a warning to those threatening Biafrans as Nigeria are planning to protest. We have nothing to do with it. But once a Biafran is killed in the name of Nigeria protesting and target people to be into this protest, we will do wonders.
Thank you, my people. You know, every day I go to my PM's Twitter handle to see what is latest, any latest information. And the one I have read out for you, his meeting with this very American is very important to us. It is very important. I also asked him a question during that program because there's this write-up that was going on and on and on, you know, where they said that on the 19th of this July, that the Aso Rock, there was a meeting there, the Ohanese was there, the Omoteko and the Yorubas were there, the vice president, and all of them, they held a very closed door meeting. But you know, there is nothing they say that will never leak, because Nigerians are fed up. They are really tired of the way things are going in that zoo. This man, I played his voice, that is in Canada. He said that they watch everything that is going on. They watch. Now you can buy one tuber of yam in the zoo for 10,000 naira. The value of naira has fallen so low that naira is even getting worse than Somalia money. You will be carrying it with barrel. So our PM is like letting us know that this Biafra we are talking about is not just a mere thing. It's a very serious thing. Biafra must come, because we cannot suffer this. Our forefathers suffered it and we are suffering it now. Then tomorrow our children will continue to suffer the same fate. It is this time or never. So when that congressman or the senator from US suggested to him about restructure of Nigeria, you know, he declined. And the man asked him, "Can you give me your reason?" And he said he did. It was a detailed conversation, but he said that in recent time that those lobby and speak to Biafrans. So I asked him, how much do you trust these lobbies? Because the closed door meeting they held on the 19th of this month in Abuja, they discussed how to go and bribe those two lobbyists, those two Biafran government in exile lobbyists, to bribe them with $1 billion or 1 million US dollars, so that they don't help Biafrans to get recognized. Because all these things we are doing, do you people know that the secret of us getting Biafra is when other countries recognize? If we are not recognized all these efforts will be meaningless until are recognized by 3 or 4, at least 5 countries. The UN will be able to recognize us as a nation. So that is very, very important in this our struggle, the recognition by other nations. So when I asked our PM that I read that about the zoo, and that the zoo also are trying to bribe all the international media houses not to report anything about Biafra government in exile. It was one of their discussions. Our PM replied and said to me and many other Biafrans listening on the space that it is one of the Nigerian propagandas. That it is the zoo propaganda. You know that zoo, we know how they operate. We know very well how the zoo operates. They operate like cancer. When cancer comes to you, it will just be on one spot. Before you know it, it will spread all over your body, attacking you just to buy you. That's the zoo. They can go all length. But this time around, in a way, I don't know whether to think that God quietly removed Onyendu to bring our PM. Our PM does not have any DOS person stopping him from what he is doing. You people have seen the speed. Our PM only started February 28, 2022. February 2024 was exactly 2 years. But Onyendu has been with these people since year 2013. The only good thing they can do for Onyendu is to sell him to the Fulanese. So my people, our recognition is the nitty-gritty of Biafra coming. The international bodies, at least 4 or 5 countries, must recognize us. So these are our lobbyists. Government is planning to go and bribe them, but God willing, even if they approach them, they will never listen to them, because they have said to us that they also fought Britain to get America, that they know what freedom is all about and fighting for it. It does come with a very high sacrifice and prices for you to get your freedom, especially when you are fighting with people like the Fulanese, because they are the ones dominating that country. They are the ones ruling Nigeria. So I have a voice that I will play now of one of my media colleagues. Let us listen to him.
Breaking news. Attack on P2B is an attack to Biafra. Prime Minister of the BLGIE, His Excellency Simon Ekpa, comes to the Obi's rescue. Here are the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome to Biafra Unite channel/television this very moment. Today's date is 22nd of July 2024, and I have a very important information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from where you are all over the world. Dear friends and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news because it's very, very important. I can assure you, my people. The Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, His Excellency Simon Ekpa has issued a stand warning to those who are threatening Biafra people and their properties, both in Lagos State, Abuja, Kano, and other parts of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. He has given them stand warning, and also those threatening P2B at the same time, calling him anarchist, or those who say that he is the one sponsoring these, so-called and bad government protests. So without further ado, I'm going to read a statement from the official and verified ex-handle of the Prime Minister, Mse'S Simon Ekpa, and after that, I will show you the original statement from some of the unscrupulous elements and criminals who parade themselves as presidency spokespersons of the president or whatever they call themselves. So I will show you their statement, how they are threatening fire and brimstone against the Igbos and their properties in Lagos and other parts of the zoo. So according to the Prime Minister, as you can see on your screen, I will be reading from his official and verified ex-handle, and of course, this is what he said. The Biafra government attention has been drawn to many threats by Ononoga. They say his name is Ononoga, Bayo Ononoga. I will show you his statement against Biafrans by threatening P2B for a protest that those who believe in Nigeria are organizing. We are putting this warning to him that enough is enough. Should anything happen to Biafrans in Lagos or to P2B for a protest that Nigerians are calling, including Yorubas, we will make sure we hunt all of you who hide under the government and sponsor anarchy and tyings of Biafrans. P2B nor Igbos didn't call for protest, but for days you have been busy threatening P2B. Your threat on P2B is a threat to the Biafra people, and we understand your antics. Let me take that again, because this is where I derive my headline. You have been threatening P2B. Now listen, he said here, your threat on P2B is a threat to the Biafra people, and we understand your antics. Did you get that? Your threat on P2B is a threat to the Biafran people, and we understand your antics. And he went on to say, if this protest happens and you victimize Biafrans, we will weaponize everyone who care to carry arms, and they will defend themselves. If any Biafran is being buyed as a result of Nigeria protesting, we will do wonders. This is not a threat, but a warning. We will do wonders. It is a warning, not just a threat, but this warning, failure to adhere to this, every single thing that the Prime Minister said here will come to pass. I said every. Your threat to P2B is a threat to the people of Biafra. This is the, easy secondary, the main topic here. You may be wondering, how comes Mse'S Simon Ekpa is the one now trying to rescue P2B from the scavengers? So the issue there is this. I want you to remember one thing, that we are all Biafrans. P2B is a Biafran man. Likewise, Simon Ekpa. I have said it countless times that all of them are IPOB, including the current sitting governor, the illegitimate sitting governors as it stands today in entire Biafra land, including Wike, that massacred over 3,000 Biafrans in Obi. They are all IPOB. You can't run away from it. That is number one, the number one foundation. Now, before showing you the statement from the so-called Ononuga, I want you to understand that, look, we are not fighting for Biafra because we want to, destroy everybody that speaks against Biafra or those that have different views from our own. The second reason is this. You must understand that Mse'S Simon Ekpa himself is not only the Prime Minister of the BLGIE, but he is also the Prime Minister of the Biafran people. Yes. So he is not only the Prime Minister of those cabinets in the Biafra Republic government in exile. No. Neither is he the Prime Minister of those who are following him, who believe in him. No. He is Prime Minister of the entire Biafra land and Biafran people at large, wherever you are. If you like, live in Kapanchan, he remains your Prime Minister, even though you do not recognize him. Because the majority has already won the vote.
Hello,
the majority of those that recognize him has outnumbered and outweighed your own point of view. So therefore, it's either you beat them or you join them. Now, after laying these two foundations, I also want to let you know that P2B is still under the Prime Minister of Biafra, which is Mse'S Simon Ekpa. Because if Mse'S Simon Ekpa gives instruction today in Biafra land, P2B will sit at home. If P2B has a meeting to attend on the 2nd of August, P2B will sit at home. So meaning that P2B is under Mse'S Simon Ekpa, whether you like it or not. Because
yes, my people, what our brother is saying is correct. Biafra has nothing to do with with the protest in the zoo. They protested, I think, on the 20 something February this year, but Biafrans did not join them to protest, and they're staging another protest. Then Mr. Bayo Ononuga, one of the tribal bigots, this is how they incite our people, their own people against our own people in Lagos. As I said yesterday, and I'm repeating it today, Obasanjo was the man who, hello, Kingsway, thank you for joining. Daloso Nwanemudo, thank you. Nwachineke, thank you for joining. My people, you know, these people, they are always inciting their children to go and start burning the businesses of our people, demolishing the houses of Biafrans. And when you talk, they will tell you that there is no good drainage in Lagos, that they are demolishing those houses so that they can rearrange the structure of buildings in Lagos. Why don't they level the whole Lagos? Let them level all the houses and start everything all over again. But they handpick the houses they demolish. And that is clearly houses belonging to Biafrans. That's what this our brother is saying. This is how they incite people. But any honest man will know that Tinubu stole Obi's mandate. Obi won that election. Even in Lagos, Tinubu did not win. Even in Federal Capital, he did not win. But Bayo Onanuga will have the guts to talk about a Biafran man like Peter Obi. Though I'm not Peter Obi, I'm not an obedient, but Obi is a Biafran man. Thank you, Brother Kem said, Madam Betty, honestly speaking, I really felt disappointed for the question you brought up to ask PM yesterday on X Space. Please do not dance towards the zoo propaganda, okay? Everything the post is fake. Yeah, that's what the PM said. Don't be disappointed, my brother. It all counts. When you hear something and you don't let your brother know, if anything happens, they will say, why did you not say it? Just like the news flying everywhere. Don't be disappointed. there are many questions flying about, many news flying about. You know, when Onyendu was telling us in year 2000 and I think either year 2000 and I've forgotten, 2015 or 16, that the Fulanis are coming. Did it not look as if it was fake? Are they not everywhere here today? That cannot disappoint you. If the zoo can convert your brothers who are in politics, the governors, to take our land, bulldoze the market square, and give it to Hausa people, to the Fulani, to sell their nama, why should ordinary question disappoint you? Don't, my brother. Anything you hear, talk about it, discuss it, and you will know which is which. I mean, they are people, they are very good at being propagandists and things like that. Hello, Wilson. But thank you anyway. You are making a point. Don't be disappointed, my brother. Ndị Igbo tụrụ inu si na uche onye adịghị njọ. The question I asked is just based on how I felt. Because if those two men are bribed and corrupted with the Nigerian money, okay, look at what all these internet, all these platforms, what they are doing to us. Do you like it? Is it no zoo that is bribing them? There are certain things you cannot say or do on Facebook, as we are Biafrans preaching for our liberation and freedom. Even YouTube, WhatsApp, everything. So when I read that from my platform where I belong, I said, no, this cannot be true. You never know that they held such meeting in Aso Rock. So if you feel offended, do not. We are all fighting. We are all fighting for our freedom. If you hear anything, just bring it out. We will discuss it. Okay, my brother? Don't be disappointed. Yes, exactly. That is it. Because when PM was on the space, I said, let me seize this opportunity because we have a wonderful PM, a man that takes time to come and deliberate on issues with his people. You can never see any president in the zoo do that. They can never do that. He is the only one that comes to ask us, what is your problem? For instance, there is one of our sisters, EJ. She came and was talking about her business. And that business today, if you go to our PM's platform, she sells oil. And that oil was what Ojukwu's father was selling in the 50s to a place called Panya. And that Panya is what we know today as Cameroon. Because then Nigeria was ruling Cameroon. Ojukwu's father was selling red oil in large quantity and he was a millionaire. Yes. So Ojukwu's father, he was the one that brought the Rolls Royce, which Queen was rode inside in 1960. Imagine. So our PM, that lady came and pleaded. That's what a very good leadership is all about. Our PM now advertise her oil for her. So my brother, don't be Don't be disappointed. He said again, the zoo is well known for their propaganda. The whole world knows them as scammers. When you brought up their propaganda news on the space, it will be a kind of advertising their fake news. Thank you so much. I love you guys as well. My dear, you are saying the truth, but I wasn't sure what it is all about. You know, when you hear any kepu kepu from Nigeria, my brother, ikekwa nkucha, you know. So that was why I asked that question. But thank you for helping me to rest my tension, because I know that those men, they are very important. You know, the thing I read out here now, our prime minister, from his Twitter handle, he said that those men, the lobbyists, introduced him to the senator called Mike Braun, and the man suggested restructuring, but he never accepted it. So those men are very important to us. That's why I was worried. Let's continue to listen to Odinanwa.
To be from the scavengers. So the issue there is this. I want you to remember one thing, that we are all Biafrans. P2B is a Biafran man. Likewise, Samaneka. I have said it countless times that all of them are IPOB, including the current the sitting governor, the illegitimate sitting governors as it stands today in entire Biafra land, including Wike that massacred over 3,000 Biafrans in Obi. They are all IPOB. You can't run away from it. That is number one, the number one foundation. Now, before showing you the statement from the so-called Ononuka, I want you to understand that look, we are not fighting for Biafra because we want to, destroy everybody that speaks against Biafra or those that have different views from our own. The second reason is this. You must understand that Mse'S Simon Ekpa himself is not only the Prime Minister of the BLGIE, but he is also the Prime Minister of the Biafra people. Yes, he is. So, he is not only the Prime Minister of those cabinets in the Biafra Republic government in exile. No. Neither is he the Prime Minister of those who are following him, who believe in him. No. He is the Prime Minister of the entire Biafra land and Biafran people at large, wherever you are. If you like, live in Kapanchan, he remains your Prime Minister, even though you do not recognize him. Because the majority has already won the vote. The majority of those that recognize him has outnumbered and outweighted your own point of view. So therefore, it's either you beat them or you join them. Now, after laying these two foundations, I also want to let you know that P2B is still under the Prime Minister of Biafra, which is Mse'S Simon Ekpa. Because if Mse'S Simon Ekpa gives instruction today in Biafra land, P2B will sit at home. If P2B has a meeting to attend on the 2nd of August, P2B will sit at home. So meaning that P2B is under Mse'S Simon Ekpa, whether you like it or not. Because P2B cannot give order for people to sit at home in entire Biafra land. He can never try, they never give that to him. They never bump P2B to give instruction that people should sit at home and anybody will pay attention to him. In Biafra land, it's not possible. But Prime Minister will give instruction and people will obey it, including P2B himself. We sit at home. P2B sits at home every Monday.
Even Governor Mba sits at home both Mondays and otherwise. I showed this video here yesterday where he was talking about our PM. Let me show you people his video. Peter Mba, all of them, they all sit at home. I don't know whether to say they are envious You know what they are doing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? They know that when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out, you know, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu controls them. You know, he controls our people. But they are always, they don't know how to do it. They don't know. Look at
Our
it.
people are known for hard work.
Mm.
That's who we
We started by saying that our people are known by hard work. My people, look at him now. Look, that place where he is, he's not in his office. He's not in anywhere. They said he's even hiding. All these governors, they are all hiding. And they will be talking about either Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Simon Ekpa, because these two men are the ones that the people they listen to. They have lost hope and trust in these ones. They are very illegitimate, especially this one that lost election. As we all know, the zoo, they prefer working with criminals, so that when you say anything, they will use EFCC to hold you on your past record, because this one has a lot of criminal record. When he was working under what's his name again, Nnamani, he had money laundering case with the EFCC. Again, now he has certificate forgery problem, and he lost, but they put him there. That's the tactics of the Fulanis. They don't use clean people because they know that they won't have anything on you. That's what they did to Zeke in 1960. They were giving him loan, giving him money, giving him a lot of money. And you know that money is the root of evil. Zeke embezzled some of them, and they decided to give Tafawa Balewa certificate of independence. That's a British colony. They gave it to Tafawa Balewa, saying that Zeke is corrupt. So Fulani here, they like to work with corrupt people because they will use it against you.
are. That is DNA. I mean, that's our civic habits. We enjoy working hard. And this man sits somewhere and says he loves the Igbo and dictate to us. Okay, so, this opportunity to call on our people to disregard this strength, disregard him.
He knows that they will not listen to him. This is the thing that Odinamwa is saying. All these governors, they know that it is our PM that is ruling. Even the Senate confirmed it, that the governor of Southeast is Simon Ekpa. No doubt. Because that is the man fighting to protect their interest. If you go to Imo State now, you will see that zoo with their tankers, with their gun, with their helicopter is there, buying our people. These governors are keeping quiet. It's only our PM that is the one who is protecting our people. So that's why our people don't listen to them. He thinks that coming out to pose on this bare background red chair for everyone to know that he is the governor. He is just governor by mouth. The real governor of Southeast and the prime minister of Biafra government in exile is our PM. That's what Odinamwa is trying to
put his threat, right? We have demonstrated our capacity to provide security for our
He's
people.
not
And
Kofi man.
we cannot be dated, we cannot submit ourselves to this siege atmosphere. He wants.
You saw when this very man brought tanks in the whole of Enugu Street. The worst thing this very man has done since he came into power is that he bulldozed a market square where people buy and sell to give to the Fulanis to keep their cattle. The women, the elderly women, the elderly men, some widows, all these people were crying. He bulldozed their market with bulldozer and gave it to Fulanis. This very man. Then they will be telling you, it is only our PM that fights for their interests. So that's what I'm telling you, people. Let's listen to Odinamwa.
That is the truth. That is the truth. Anytime P2B is here in Biafra land, if he's not in Abuja or in London, if he's here, he must sit at home on Monday. Ogbangino we're born I go Monday. P2B Ogbangino we're born I go Mondays. So meaning that he is under the Prime Minister Mazi Samuneba. That is the truth. So having laid all these foundations, I want to remind you that when Father Mbaka was busy whining and dining with the zoo and Buhari, late Buhari of course, whining and dining with the so-called presidents, insulting Biafra, you know, when you have link to the criminals, then Biafra agitation and the agitators become your enemy because you now have a link to wine and dine with the people who have sworn to annihilate the indigenous people in the entire zoological republic. You will forget about your calling. You will forget about what you stood for. You will forget about every other thing. In fact, you become an enemy. So when Mbaka was busy whining and dining, traveling to Asorok like Ebochorega in a bedroom, Mbaka was busy, gallivanting, junketing, parabolating. Every time he was in Asorok, he spoke bad against Biafra. He spoke bad against the agitators of Biafra. He spoke bad against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He was he was one of our worst enemies. Even me, I never recognized him. But you know what? The moment he came under attack by the same people he was whining and dining with, guess what? Guess who saved him? It was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the same man he has been insulting. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came to his rescue, and that's why till today, Mbaka will always be thankful to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's why every time he's talking, he tells them to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He has never shied away from telling them to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You understand?
Yes, he is talking about the way when they take money or when they have been bribed in one way or another, they will be talking about IPOB, forgetting that they themselves, they are IPOB as well. IPOB simply means Indigenous People of Biafra. Yes, Sonny, thank you for joining, my wonderful brother. Thank you so much. Indigenous people. Fulanis are not indigenous. Even now, the Hausas are asking them to leave, but it's too late for the Hausas, the real owners of the land. How can you be denying yourself? P2B really denied himself. As our PM said in this voice that I played now, P2B, he doesn't acknowledge us. You will all remember Ezu River, what happened there. Even when he was campaigning, he said they should vote for him, not as an Igbo man. But he forgot that he started climbing on his political ladder through our supreme leader, Odumegwu Ojukwu, Apga. That's where he started. And one man came and warned him and said to him, "You remember the vow you made to our supreme leader that you will never leave Apga, that if you leave Apga, you and your family should perish. That now you left Apga and jumped into PDP. From PDP now, you jumped into Labour." He won the election, landslide victory. But Koro like this, they took it from him because of that single vow he made. And the man was telling him, "You better come back to Apga. If you don't, you will never succeed in any political party. Your political career will be destroyed." I listened to some of these things. The man is still, he said that he is still in Apga, that this was the vow he made to the supreme leader, Dim Odumegwu Ojukwu. May his soul rest in peace. Our wonderful leader. You know? So all these histories that these people are creating is simply because they have gone to the north to swear. They go there to commit themselves and pledge their allegiance and loyalty to the Fulani man to protect their interests, because they know they have no interest in that country. They have no interest. They have no grounds. They are not indigenous people. So when they call IPOB, is like they are calling the name of an enemy. They are also IPOB, whether they like it or not. And our PM is ruling all of them. As Odinanwa said, you know, Odinanwa is a very thorough media analyst. Let me continue to play him.
So when Mbaka was busy whining and dining, traveling to Asorok like about to a bedroom, Mbaka was busy, gallivanting, junketing, parabolating. Every time he was in Asorok, he spoke bad against Biafra. He spoke bad against the agitators of Biafra. He spoke bad against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He was one of our worst enemies. Even me, I never recognized him. But you know what? The moment he came under attack by the same people he was whining and dining with, guess what? Guess who saved him? It was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the same man he has been insulting. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came to his rescue, and that's why till today, Mbaka will always be thankful to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's why every time he's talking, he tells them to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He has never shied away from telling them to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You understand? Now, without wasting further time, let me show you the comment of this idiot. I will just read the headline and some paragraphs, then we call it a day, because the statement is too much, too long. I don't have to, go ahead to read it all because it doesn't make sense. As far as I'm concerned, I just want to bring you, the information from the source. Now, according to the Fool, he said, reviewed, P2P's supporters are the people planning mayhem in Nigeria. Obi should be held responsible for anarchy. Don't be fooled. The malcontents planning to stage nationwide protests are supporters of P2P, the failed presidential candidate of the Labour Party, and he should be held responsible for whatever crisis emanates from the action. The protest planners are also the same people who were instigated by IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu to launch the destructive Mse'S protest in Nigeria in October 2020. Mse'S began as a genuine protest by youths against the police special anti-robbery squad, notorious for its high-handedness. IPOB members planning to extricate the southeast region from Nigeria infiltrated the protest and hijacked it for their own agenda. Lagos still bears the scar of the malicious destruction by IPOB elements until today. Mad people everywhere. They say 2 years after Mse'S, the IPOB and the gullible innocents joined the Labour Party in 2022 to support P2B, a sympathizer of their cause. Imagine that. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Just imagine this. In fact, I do not have to continue reading during my live broadcast this very evening, if necessary. If you Biafrans who will be watching and listening to me ask me to read it in full, I will do just that. But for now, thank you, my people. And make it go viral.
Thank you, Odinamwa. Wonderful. My people, I still have hello, Martin Soul. Thank you from UK. Just wondered what Biafra is. Okay, Biafra is a nation in West Africa. We are freedom fighters. We want to leave Nigeria to start our own nation. We fought with 1997 till 1970. That's who we are. If that satisfies your question, please indicate.
Bayo Ononuga, Special Advisor on Information and Strategy to President Bola Tinubu, has alleged.
So, my people, the girl from Arise TV is reading out the allegation of Bayo Ononuga or Onanuga against Peter Obi. I will tell you people why I am playing this.
As supporters of Peter Obi are behind the proposed nationwide protest. Obi was the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election. There have been reports that youths are planning a nationwide protest between August 1 and 15 against the rising cost of living and economic hardship in the country. The presidential aide claimed that the organizers are the same individuals who hijacked the Mse'S protest of 2020. Ononuga wrote, revealed.
Thank you. Thank you, Martin. Tell your Prime Minister to recognize Biafra, because the people of Nigeria, the Islamic State, they are killing our people on daily basis. I know that Keir Starmer is the current Prime Minister after the last guy from India. So Britain should, or UK, you people should recognize Biafra so that killing of Christians will stop in the country called Nigeria, the zoo. That's what we call them. Thank you so much.
Peter Obi supporters are the people planning mayhem in Nigeria. Obi should be held responsible for anarchy. They are the people spreading the hashtags End Bad Governance, Tinubu Must Go, and Revolution 2024. They are not Democrats, but anarchists. They are attempting to call out our people via propaganda because their messiah, Peter Obi, failed to win the presidency in the 2023 election. As bad losers, they don't have the patience to wait for another election in 2027. They would rather destabilize Nigeria by staging a civilian coup against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Joining us now on the show is Professor Chris Nwokobia, convener of Country First Movement. Good morning, Professor, and welcome to the morning show.
Good morning, Ayo. It's my pleasure to be here.
All right, let's go straight in. I just gave that, I gave a lengthy read of one of the tweets by presidential special advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Chief Bayo Ononuga, who's used some very interesting words: anarchist, social or civilian coup. He said that the hashtag and perhaps the movement is being driven or spearheaded by Mr. Peter Obi of the Labour Party. Is there merit to what he's tweeted?
There's absolutely no truth to it. And let me start by saying that oftentimes when those who speak for Mr. President do, they forget that they must be keen on doing great service, not only to the presidency, not only to Mr. President, but to the nation. I have always said that truth is a pristine street in the city called Brotherhood. There is absolutely no truth in what my boy Bayan Onogo had written. And let me also say that opposition is a pristine boulevard in the city called patriotism. You cannot expect to have a country.
Hello, Peter. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. We are trying to flesh out the skin from the bone. You know, some people, they like to be very instigative and very inciting with their words because they know that they can always achieve that. But you see what is happening today to the people of Tiv and Benue. That was a repercussion for what they did to Biafrans during Nigeria-Biafra war. You see the way the Fulanis that they fought against us, they fought in their interest and fought for them against us. You see what the Fulanis are doing to them today? What these people are doing to our people in Lagos, they are going to get the repercussion. It might not be today, but in time to come, it will surely come because karma, they say, is real. No matter the seed you sow today, it will not germinate today. It will take time. But when it does germinate, it will still get taproot. And you will go and be looking for saw to cut it down. Otherwise, it will cover your space. That's what these people are doing to Biafrans. I will still say something after this voice played.
Without critical opposition. And Ayo, wonder about this, and this is for the viewers to ponder. Peter Obi allegedly lost an election last February. He did not call the people out to protest. Through the period of the judicial process, he did not call the people out to protest. It's a year and months after that he would sit back to ask the people to protest. There's something even the greatest critic of Gregory Obi would say is a man of peace. He loves due process. And at some point, you can bear me witness, I called him out about certain issues, and I said he was allowing so many things to go wrong, even at the level of the party, because he wants peace and due process. And Peter Gregory Obi is one by Ananago is trying to rope in a process that is absolutely within the purview of the Gen Z generation. And let me show you something. If there's anybody stoking the fire or in the embers of conflict and crisis, it is Bayo Onanuga. When you use words like you noted, anarchy, when you use words like overawing the words that overawe the system, when you use words like planning mayhem, when the young people are talking about peaceful protestation, then there's something that we must be weary about. And that's why I want to say clearly that Mr. President must understand that those who truly love him and those who are critical of his watch. I know that the Holy Book says that open rebuke is better than strict love. Those who truly love him and those who are critical about how his watch is going. Those who are sycophants, who pat his back when things are going wrong, are the haters of not only the president.
Yeah, Martin So said, I see Netanyahu speaking to US Congress now very troubling world we live in. Feel blessed to live in UK where only concern is if it's going to rain. Take care, Biafra. Thank you so much, Martin Soul. Thank you. We do appreciate your concern. Thank you.
Haters of a presidency and haters of our country. When I read through what Bayo Nanuga wrote, I wondered how much hate he has for Mr. President and not love. Because you are, don't forget, and I say without fear of querulous critics, that the cliche, when a man is down, he needs fear no fall, is true. And if Bayo Nanuga understands this reality and understands what this Gen Z generation is facing, if he understands this reality and understands that when you go to the market, you need 10,000 naira to buy an average two. When he understands that this Gen Z generation are aware of what goes on around government, that over $100 million was spent in purchase of a presidential aircraft when roads connecting roads to the farms and the villages are not well and are not good. When you understand the fact that they are out of school and they are through with youth service and there's no job. When you understand the fact that the Nigerian hoi polloi is buffeted, traumatized, tyrannized, and harangued by hunger, poverty, disease, and despondency. When you understand that the shortage of food and the spiraling rate of inflation affects everybody. When you understand that hunger, disease, and despondency is beyond ethnicity. When you understand that the challenge facing the Nigerian people is beyond partisanship, he would write nicely and seek to create a better environment for negotiation and perhaps dialogue with those who are aggrieved.
Okay. I mean, how do you juxtapose all of this when Egobara Luga, as is fondly called him, in 2012 tweeted songs of protest that was excited about the protest against Goodluck Jonathan then, with his position now of a protest? What has changed? Might you help us want to understand?
My brother Rufai, good morning. He has his hands now perhaps in the cookie jar or very close to the cookie jar. A lot has changed. Perhaps he must sing the praise of his masters. A lot has changed because when people put egocentric interests over and above popular interest, they begin to talk from two sides of the mouth. Rufai, with all sense of respect, in 12, marched out at Ojota against the fuel price increase by the then president, Dr. Bello Jonathan. Even our dear president was absolutely in support, materially and morally.
Did you hear that? This very man, they called him Nwokobia. I don't know the tribe he came from, but he speaks like he lives and was born, because he addressed Mr. Bayo Onanuga as Egbo. Egbo means my senior. A man like that, what I want to say is this. A man like the Bayo Onanuga, I will play another voice of a lady talking about the action that Mr. P2B has brought against Bayo Onanuga. You know, I was just going through my little dictionary just to be sure. They said anarchy, a state of disorder due to absence or non-recognition of authority or other controlling systems. The organization of the society on the basis voluntary cooperation without political institutions or hierarchical government, anarchism. You know, anarchy is like a stateless state, or people bringing problem or causing problem in a state. Why is this man saying this? He did not just say that an Igbo man or Igbos are doing this, but this is how they always operate. Whenever they want to radicalize their people against Biafrans in Lagos, this is how they start. How can you be the one making this sort of allegation against P2B that you people stole his mandate because you want to be in a position where you will be stealing money to be buying houses for your children overseas, or driving one of the top cars in the whole nation, while everybody is going hungry? The people are crying. I played here a video yesterday. Somebody was saying that Showore has a list of 14 items the presidency or the protest will carry on till 10th of August, from 1st till 10th. And you all know very well that our prime minister have warned Biafrans not to join. And Obi is a Biafran. So if for any reason Obi wants to radicalize his people to go and stage protest to bring Tinubu's government down, is it now that it is 1 year and 2 months that Tinubu's mandate and the judges in the court help them to steal the mandate and give it to their choice man, that Obi will start radicalizing Nigerians in Biafra land? This is what they do. Play the voice of Izekome, where he said that he doesn't know why, if anything happens in the zoo, they will tag it to Biafrans. When the children organized for NSAS, they said Izekome said that the coup was not Igbo coup. If there's a coup, they will say it's Igbo coup. If there's NSAS, they will say it's a Biafran leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If there's hunger, people are protesting, they will say it's an Igbo man, because Obi is an Igbo man. I will also play you the voice of our PM. Why are they always doing this? You don't love us at all, at all. Not even the love, like word. They don't like us. Then you don't go. Ndị Igbo sikwa na kpamikọrọ na ife dị ya n'ime. It is only our oil and our gas. You see how God works. The one they call Dangote, today he's crying. He's crying after destroying Ibeto's business in cement to Biafrans. God will put it back on their head, because tagging Obi as an anarchist or planning to use protest to bring down Tinubu's government is just a way of going to the Biafran positions all over the country to burn their businesses, bulldoze their houses. How can a man like Mr. Onanuga, who was said to be 65 years, be talking like a child? How can he be talking like a child? And this very guy talking here on Arise TV said that in year 2012, when they were protesting against Jonathan, that this very Bayo Onanuga was praising them when fuel was very costly and they protested for 4 days, that he was praising them for protesting. Now you are making an allegation that Obi is the one staging protest, forgetting that Senator Ndume has been going about all the in the zoo talking about Tinubu. All the senators, all malams, they are all criticizing Tinubu's government. If I have a lot of videos here that I can play, and you people will see how they were all criticizing. They even sacked that Ndume, that he is trying to bring the presidency down by criticizing him. They sacked him as the whip of the House of Reps. Now they want to target on the Igbo. Mike Zekome said that coup that they staged it, 27, only 7 people west were Yoruba, Hausa, and Benue. A tribe that you people don't like, you don't love them. You are always talking about us. You don't want us to go. Why not? Biafra must come. Biafra must come. And we must listen to our PM because he's the one ruling Biafra now. Listen to this. Listen to this girl. She's an Edo woman, but married to Hausa.
My people say, only saw her say, oh, Megbe. Let me translate it for you. It means the person where you own go reach, they to talk. You go just keep quiet. You go just see action. They say, hey, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to warn you. That's what has just happened. Peter Obi, Peter Obi just tired for the nonsense whereby your Nanuga just they run in mouth anyhow. I wonder how somebody see. I think my Nanuga is like 67 years old. Even if they appoint you as slave, must you behave as slave? Can't you do better? Can't you? I don't understand. This is supposed to be someone special advisor on is it information and strategic communication. Is this the strategic communication? Even if you are somebody that is, all over the place and whatever, the moment you take an appointment, you need to know that you have to speak in a certain manner that befits the office that it's a public office. It's no longer you saying things that the way you want to say it and do it. It's just like me that I can take on anybody and do it. The moment, like for example, I'm in an office, I'm elected. If, for example, I get elected into an office, I have to think about my people. It's no longer what I want to say. It depends on the people. Of course, within those, you're not going to lose your values. You're going to speak on an issue, but not from your own personal perspective. But hey, some of these people don't know this. They just do anyhow, say anyhow. Mr. Peter Obi is always quiet. He don't get their time. They just do your own thing. And so now they feel say, anyway, Mr. Peter Obi has sent in a letter to Bayo that I'm going to read the letter out there, that if he doesn't take the steps that he has been asked to take, guess what is going to happen? Legal action.
Yes.
For 5 billion. If you don't get the first thing go first of all, if you not do what he's supposed to do, you look for a lawyer. If you start going to court, that alone now work. So this is Mr. Peter Obi's legal firm. Say Alex Ajese Mesan and Co. Madiba Chambers, legal practitioner, arbitrators, and notary public. 22nd July 2024. That's today, Nabi. Today is 22nd July. Okay, 2024. It says, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, Special Advisor to the President on Communication and Strategy. The Presidency, Aso Arab Villa, Abuja. Sir, revealed Peter Obi supporters are the people planning mayhem in Nigeria. He said, we have been briefed and our services retained by Mr. Peter Obi, whom we shall hereinafter refer to as our client, and upon whose specific instructions this correspondence is founded. Our client's attention has been drawn to a widely circulated and damaging publication titled "Revealed: Peter Obi supporters are the people planning mayhem in Nigeria. Obi should be held responsible for anarchy," that was published on your verified X, formerly Twitter handle, Onanuga 1956, on the 20th of July 2020 at about 8:54 a.m. This publication was also circulated on various social platforms, including X, WhatsApp, Facebook, as well as various online and print media such as Vanguard News. Peter Obi should be held responsible for planned nationwide protests. Onanuga, Vanguard News, Vanguard.com. That's what they publish. Another Vanguard says Obi supporters IPOB behind planned nationwide protests. Onanuga insists.
Did you hear that? Obi supporters. You see the way they are putting it? That's why I brought this very voice. Plus the fact that Obi, his lawyers are suing this man for reasonable sum. The girl is going to mention it from what she is reading out. The letter from Obi's lawyers to Onanuga.
Vanguard News at Vanguard Nigeria.com. Presidency plotting to arrest Peter Obi, media office alleges, punchng.com. The cable, so they are bringing out all the papers that had carried, mainstream, papers that had media that had carried this news from the handle of someone who is supposed to be special assistant to a president. The cable says Peter Obi supporters behind planned nationwide protests. Onanuga alleges. The cable also, and then that's the cable. Then this day also says presidency Obi supporters sponsoring planned protests. This day live. Have a Tribune. That's to tell you how far this whole thing has gone. Tribune. Peter Obi supporters planning nationwide protests. Onanuga, Tribune Online also brought that. Then leadership also carried Peter Obi should be held responsible for planned August 1st anti-hunger protest. Onanuga. And then Channels TV, presidency Obi trade words over planned hardship protest. Nah, there was never a time where Obi trade words with them. Definitely, I don't know what Channels is doing, what Channels is reporting there. So that's what. Then he said our client was minded to ignore the false and malicious campaign of calumny regarding it as the lawyers. Why now? Why can't people use simple English? Vituperations of one who prefers to express scoffer, who convinces fool, tries to convert to foolishness. Hey! Insult in lawyer's term. But as the good book says, answering a fool's stupid words will make one look foolish, but not answering will make them Proverbs 6. In order not to have our client's silence misconstrued as acquiescence or admission, our client saw a need to set the record straight. The central theme of your referred something is coming. Central theme of your reference statement from an unbiased and objective examination is that our client is an anarchist who wills work in consonance with terrorist groups, has championed the mobilization of several nationwide protests in a bitter and undemocratic bid to usurp the federal government, possibly as restitution institutions were failure at the 2023 presidential elections. Our client denies the entirety of the falsehood contained in the said publication and insists the allegations preferred against him in your published statement that has since gone viral on the internet and its various social media platforms. The said statements are in every sense malicious and convey with them the potentiality of an ostracization of our client by well-meaning citizens of Nigeria. It should be stated without any form of equivocation that our client is an elder statesman, a diplomat, and an unwavering democrat. He has always tailored his affairs according to the dictates of the Nigerian law. Where there has been any dissatisfaction with any process or procedure, our client's first and only resort has been to invoke the appropriate legal mechanism to ventilate his grievances. On a serious note, that's one thing that you will have to give, you will have to give to Mr. Peter Obi. Everything for him is according to the law. Go to the court. Even when it comes to protests and whatever, he has never been one to see him on the street or wanting to do protests or anything. Even when
my people, remember to click the like button.
People wanted to. He said to people, just take calm. Then it's now that these people have come, they've put in hunger, they've made people to be poor, they've impoverished a lot of people, thrown people into poverty, and instead of them to take responsibility for their action, that's what is making Nigerians come together and be angry at them. They're looking for who is it that they are going to, blame. As a matter of fact, our client has severally urged his teaming supporters to abide by the rule of law and to abstain from any action which could result in a breakdown of law and order. He refrains from associating himself with protests and has constantly persuaded Nigerians to persevere. Our client has expressed dissatisfaction with certain policies and has voiced the same malice or resentment. It is our client's conviction that the publication was a calculated plot to demean, ridicule, humiliate, and embarrass him by the estimation of every right-thinking member of the society. It appears you have achieved your insipid motive, as well as from all around the globe have inundated him with cause to register their shock. His appellation as Okute the Rock, Udo. We got in our place, we say Udo or Kakanudo, is strong past stone. Notwithstanding, the demeaning and scandalous publication has also caused emotional injury to our client, given his decades of stellar stewardship in private and public life. Consequently, we have our client's mandate to demand that you retract the statement made in the publication and tender an unreserved apology to him within 72 hours of the receipt of this letter in not less than 4 national dailies, to wit, Vanguard, This Day, Punch, and The Cable, including your verified X handle at A. Onanuga 1956. Our client also is making an unequivocal demand for monetary damage of 5 billion naira only.
Have you people heard it? Obi is claiming 5 billion naira plus retracting all the publications. Let me play you, Biafrans, what our PM said about the Obi, because when I played it, most of you were not here then. You know, when some of you are coming in late, let me play it.
It will be within us is our enemy. But we can't allow our Nigeria enemy, the criminals and the terrorists in Nigeria, to keep P2P for us. No. Even though we hate P2P, and P2P never supported Biafra till today, does not mean that a madman should be outcasted. There is a saying in Igbo language that goes like this. Igbo Nyara, Iman number one.
You heard it, my people. We have been here now for exactly 2 hours. And you know, when video is very long like this, some people don't like to listen to it, or they don't have the data, especially our brothers in homeland. Sometimes when I'm doing long video, I do put them into consideration, because this very exposition or the briefing I give you people as an update of what is going on in Biafra land and what our PM has to tell us, like the thing I read out about the discussion our PM had with the Senate. He is still a current Senate man, introduced by the Breji lobbyist. He held a meeting with our Prime Minister. So this sort of information is always good to relate to our people in a very short video, so that they will be able to get all the gist and all the information. I will love you people and leave you here. I'll see you anytime I hear anything. I will come out and let Biafrans know, because you are wonderful people. You are worthy to be served, because Biafrans will have taken a lot. Some of us have not visited their hometown for so many years. Somebody like me will not touch that soil until Biafra comes, because you can see here now, my face is here. I cannot go there because they have no value for life. They will either buy me or put me in a place. Is this what we are going to be doing? For how long? You know, see you tomorrow, every day and any day. Anytime I hear something that will interest you, Biafrans, I will always come voluntarily. Nobody is forcing me to do it. I will come and let you know. I will say good evening from here. All hail Biafra. We move. Hello, Kingsley Isaac. Thank you so much. Mse'S Simon Ekpa have given us the Biafra, the power we need. All we have to do is to support. No, we no longer have ESN, Kingsley. We now have ESN merged with Biafra Liberation Army. When Biafra comes, they will remove the liberation and it will become Biafran Army. Thank you, my people. I'll see you tomorrow. Please, God, I wish you all well. I love you all, and God loves you. That's why he gave us our PM, Mse'S Simon Ekpa. Thank you, my people.